Alright, what's up guys? So today I decided to go out to the skate park and just do some warm-up runs. As always, I always rip around the park first thing when I get there, but I had a couple goals in mind. So normally I show up to the park and I'm like, I'm just gonna ride bikes, but today I decided I wanted to do Footjam tailwhips on like a quarter. I mean, I did it on the box jump lip, but counts as a quarter if you ask me. And I also wanted to do a Barspin Footjam. Both Footjam tricks are my favorite, and both are tricks that I haven't done in a really long time. So I just kind of wanted to document the process of getting these tricks back. This is both of these I kind of struggled with, but I never jump right into it. I always do at least like 2 little laps around the skate park before I set up everything and I start to actually try the tricks. So here's the first thing I do before I do a foot jam whip. It's always really important to just do a foot jam on the quarter to make sure that you know what you're doing and that, the steepness is right and the speed is right. You want to judge the speed. You want to be like within 6 inches from the end of the quarter so that you can jump in, and then you need to make sure your speed's right so that you can balance the foot jam whip. Okay, so that one I was leaning too far outwards. These are really hard because you have to lean in over the coping. But you gotta have enough balance so that you don't tip over. So I'm gonna try and go a little slower on this one. The really important thing with foot jam whips is where you're leaning. And so when you're coming out of the coping, you're obviously leaning in towards the outside of the quarter, but you wanna make sure that your shoulder's leaning over the quarter so that you can hop back in. That one was way too slow. I decided to wear the Nikes instead of the Vans today, and I wasn't able to get up out of the bowl, so Vans are good. Man, this trick's so hard for me. So I did it there, but again, my shoulder wasn't leaning in over the quarter, and so when it came around, all I could do was put my feet back on. So I had the balance on that one, but I wasn't leaning into the coping. Gotta lean in, and when your bike's about halfway around, you uncompress and hop back into the coping just like you do on a normal foot jam. I'm gonna try this one, make sure I'm leaning in and just full commit. Here everything was good, but again, the lean in was not right. Did a little bit of reviewing, and then I went back and tried it one more time. Made sure I was fully committing. And it worked out, and it looked like I've done 6 million of them. I'm always super happy after I land a trick. So let's look at the two. So the one that I did land and the one that I didn't land. Let's look at what's different. So getting into it, everything is exactly the same. I am set up perfectly here. But the big difference you'll see is right here. Look at on the left screen, I'm leaning in to the right, but on the right screen, I'm leaning in over the coping, which allows me to pop and hop over and actually land it. So bar to foot jams are really hard because you need to pop and have enough time in the air to throw the bar, and you have to pop in a way that you're naturally going into the foot jam. I don't know if I have time to do it on here. I've done it way back, but I don't know. We're about to find out. The bar to foot jam is especially challenging here on one of these boobs because it doesn't pop you high enough like a steeper quarter would. I think I could have got it on a steeper quarter a little bit quicker, but on here you have to pop so hard and you're kind of stepping up, and it just makes it a really hard trick to do on this. Okay, honestly that wasn't as bad as I thought. It looks awful. I need to alley-oop and do like a bar to Canadian jam. But I'm gonna watch it back and kind of see what I need to do. If I pop a little earlier and arc into the foot jam, I'll get it right here. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I just traveled really far and I don't want Tailwhip to be like really clean, but we'll take what we can get. notice after every trick I kind of take half of a second to replay it in my head and try and figure out what I need to do differently on this upcoming attempt. I think the arc and everything looks good. I just have that classic bar spin dilemma where you don't actually throw the bar spin. I'm twitching it and I'm kind of judging my time. I'm pinching my knees. It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. I just need to throw it. Like, that's the advice everyone needs to hear. Just throw it and see what happens. Just throw it and go from there. If you're not even throwing it, you can't make adjustments. So you gotta send it and then find out. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and throw the bar sooner and quicker. Snap the bar sooner and quicker. Initiate the motion like I'm gonna do an alley-oop, like a nice floaty foot jam, but then sneak the bar in there quicker and a little bit earlier. I think that's gonna work fine so I can land in a Canadian jam. And then it's gonna be cool. Earlier and quicker. Here we go. These foot jams really hurt my toe. Over time, my toe was getting tired of this. Makes me so happy when it finally works out. All right, let's take a look. It wasn't super clean, but I'm just happy that you can see how my back tire started to drop down, and so I like thrusted my weight forward to try and pull it through, and that pulled off. It worked. All right, it's about 6 o'clock, sun's going down. I'm sore and tired, so that's it. Got the 2 tricks I came here for. Came here for the foot jam whip, came here for the bar to foot jam, and now I can rest easy, so.